This is a manifestation trap. You can't think your way out of a past you're still feeling. You sit down, close your eyes, and visualize abundance. You rehearse success. You repeat, I am wealthy, I am loved, I am whole. But 5 minutes later, you're checking your bank account in panic. You're replaying that rejection from years ago. You're tightening your jaw, clenching your chest, stuck in the exact same emotional signature you've memorized for decades. That's not manifestation, that's inner conflict. Let me be clear. Your conscious mind speaks the language of words, but your body speaks the language of emotion. And if your body is still addicted to the feelings of fear, guilt, resentment, or lack, it doesn't matter how many positive affirmations you say. You're still broadcasting the frequency of your past. Most people try to create a new future while emotionally anchored to the past. They read books, watch videos, attend workshops, they learn all the right steps, but their body is still in survival mode. It's expecting pain, bracing for disappointment, preparing to be hurt again. The body doesn't trust the mind's promises because it's still reacting to yesterday's trauma. This is why real transformation doesn't begin with thought alone, it begins with awareness. When you become aware of your emotional patterns, you reclaim your power to break them. Because the moment you observe the emotion without becoming it, that's the moment you stop being a program and start becoming a creator. You must teach the body that it's safe to feel different, that it's safe to let go of the story, that it's safe to relax and to trust. Only then can the thoughts of the mind start to penetrate the memory of the body. Because until your emotions align with your intention, your future will always feel like a lie. And this brings us to the deeper truth, the real reason most people never manifest what they ask for. You don't manifest what you want. You manifest what you believe you are. And there's a massive difference between wanting abundance and being someone who feels worthy of it. Most people stand at the edge of change, saying all the right things, but still carrying an identity shaped by trauma, disappointment, or rejection. They think a better future will change how they feel about themselves. But here's the truth. Unless your sense of self evolves, your circumstances never will. Your identity is your energetic signature. It's the autopilot running in the background of your life, always pulling experiences that match who you believe yourself to be. If deep down you still feel unlovable, you'll reject love. If you see yourself as a failure, you'll sabotage success. That's not a curse, that's coherence. Life gives you what aligns with your internal blueprint. Let's be honest. You say, I am confident, but still shrink around certain people. You say, I am abundant, but feel guilty spending money on yourself. You say, I am healed, but still carry the pain like armor. This is the trap. Your words are future, focused, but your identity is past-driven. And the gap between the two creates inner resistance so strong you'll call it bad luck when your manifestation never arrives. Real manifestation is not about saying what you want, it's about becoming what you want. That means confronting the self-image you inherited from childhood, from trauma, from society. It means upgrading the internal script that says, I don't deserve this, or good things don't happen to me. Because until your identity changes, your results will repeat no matter how many vision boards you create. So the real question is not, what do you want? The real question is, who do you think you are? And if that version of you doesn't match the life you're asking for, then the next step becomes critical. You can't welcome what your body believes is dangerous. You say you want peace, but your body only knows survival. You say you want love, but every cell in you is bracing for abandonment. This is the invisible wall between you and the life you're asking for. Your nervous system is still wired for the past, and it doesn't care about your goals. It only cares about safety. So even when you consciously desire something beautiful, a relationship, success, abundance, your subconscious wiring might label it as unsafe. Not because it is, but because it's unfamiliar. And the body, left untrained, fears anything unfamiliar more than it fears staying stuck. This is why you keep circling the same patterns. You meet someone new, but sabotage the connection. You land the opportunity, but suddenly freeze. You get close to the breakthrough, but feel the urge to run. These aren't random self-sabotaging behaviors, they're survival responses. The body is trying to pull you back to what it knows: tension, lack, heartbreak, until you recondition your nervous system to feel safe in receiving joy, ease, connection. You'll unconsciously repel the very things you desire. That's why change is not just about thinking differently, it's about feeling differently. You have to show the body through breath, meditation, and conscious repetition that safety can exist in stillness, that it's okay to relax, that joy is not a trap, that the absence of chaos isn't dangerous, it's just unfamiliar. This is the bridge from survival to creation. Not by force, but by familiarity. The more your body experiences elevated emotions like gratitude, trust, and love, the more it begins to accept them as normal. And when those emotions become normal, so does the life that produces them. But that only works if your imagination becomes more than a daydream. You can't think your way into a new life. You have to feel your way there. Every day, people close their eyes and visualize. They picture their dream house, their ideal partner, their thriving business. But when they open their eyes, they're still vibrating with frustration, fear, or doubt. That's not creation, that's escapism. Because without emotional alignment, visualization is just mental entertainment. Let me tell you something you might not want to hear. The universe doesn't respond to your pictures. It responds to your frequency. And frequency is not produced by your imagination alone. It's produced by the emotion you embody while you imagine. If you see wealth but feel scarcity, if you picture love but feel unworthy, if you envision success but feel like an imposter, your body becomes a broadcasting tower of contradiction. And life, being precise, will mirror your feeling, not your fantasy. This is why people stay stuck even while doing the work. They watch all the content, they repeat their affirmations, they visualize the perfect future. But their nervous system is still wired for yesterday. Their heart is closed, their breath is shallow. Their body is preparing to fail even while the mind is trying to succeed. You can't plant seeds in frozen soil and expect a harvest. So what's the solution? The real power of visualization is not in seeing the outcome, it's in feeling it now. It's teaching your body what it feels like to already be there. It's rehearsing gratitude before the event. It's elevating your emotion until the body believes the future has already arrived. And once your body believes it, your life will have no choice but to reflect it. You have to emotionally condition your inner world to become more real than your outer circumstances. That's when reality bends. That's when opportunities show up without force. That's when change stops being something you chase and becomes something you attract. But none of that matters if you're still begging the universe for what you haven't yet become. The universe isn't withholding anything from you. It's just responding to who you are. This is where most people misunderstand manifestation. They treat it like a request line, as if the more they ask, the more likely they are to receive. But asking is not the work. Hoping is not the work. Even believing isn't the work, not if your state of being remains unchanged. You don't manifest through effort. You manifest through alignment. That's why the real question is never, how do I get what I want? The real question is, am I being the person who receives this naturally? You want wealth? Then you must become someone who feels secure, abundant, and grateful before the money ever arrives. You want love? Then you must become someone who radiates worth, trust, and openness before the relationship ever begins. This is not pretending. It's reconditioning your biology to embody the future now. Because once your internal world reflects the future you desire, the outer world catches up. It has to. That's not magic, that's neuroplasticity. That's energy, that's physics. But most people miss this because they're waiting to feel different after the change happens. I'll feel secure when I have the money. I'll feel loved when I find the right person. But that mindset traps you in delay. You postpone your breakthrough indefinitely. You have to become it now. Not when life gives it to you. Not when the conditions are perfect. You must teach your body to emotionally memorize a reality it hasn't yet experienced. And the moment that new emotional signature becomes familiar, you've crossed the threshold. You've shifted from hoping to receiving, from lack to alignment, from separation to creation. So stop asking the universe to change your life. Start becoming the person whose life naturally looks like the one you've imagined. That's not positive thinking, that's mastery.